Hannah Mckay allegedly died off screen. She was a major part of Dexter Season 7 and Season 8, but apparently she died between the events of Season 8 and New Blood. Fun fact, this channel hasn't watched New Blood, but we're a wee bit up to date with it. But guess what? We're about to finish our TV schedule, which consists of Dexter Season 8, Fear the Walking Dead, and what's the other show we're doing? Game of Thrones Season 4. So, yeah, once that gets wrapped up, which is about a week or two from getting wrapped up, we're going to dive into a new schedule, which will consist of The Walking Dead Season 8, Dexter New Blood, and some new show that we're going to pick. So, looking forward to that. So, yeah, if you're looking for our thoughts on New Blood, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be doing that very soon. But, like I said, we're kind of caught up to it with a degree. We know the things we needed to know because we watched Resurrection. Anyway, I think one of the problems with Hannah, right, is probably the fact that I think a lot of the show's decline can be put onto her. I feel like her and Dexter's relationship to a degree felt forced. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. I actually liked the character, right? I think she served a decent purpose. And I think if she just left at the end of season 7, I'd have had no complaints. But her coming back in season 8 just made things messy, man. Drugging Dexter and Deb, then those two end up, going down to what he randomly spawns in down at some location after getting drugged out, and then he makes up with Hannah, and then season 8 centered towards these two. Hannah being on the run, you've got Elway and the gang, the Marshal looking for Hannah, and it just, I don't know, man, it just felt very forced. I think there's a case that Dexter fucking loved Hannah way more than Rita, but it just didn't feel as authentic as I think it should have. And I think by that point, the wheels were just going round the showrunner's head about how they end the show, and then they kind of flopped on it. And I think there's a lot of parallels and a lot of finger pointing can be pointed at Hannah for the Dexter character going downhill in the last season and a bit for me. And maybe they just simply don't want to bring her back because it would. I think it's so refreshing seeing Dexter in Resurrection. It feels like such a fun version of the character. Now, if you bring Hannah back, you might get love trapped, hit with a dart. What's that called? What's that character called? Cupid. Aye, that Cupid, that guy. But that could be a reason why they're pretending that she's dead. Maybe she is dead, but for me, you can't just kill somebody like that off. But here's 5 reasons why I don't think Hannah is dead. There is no obvious falling out between the actress and the showrunners. Right, I've looked into this, and normally that this could be a case why a character wouldn't come back and why they would kill her off screen, but there's no obvious fallout for me. Nothing to suggest it. So that's a reason why she could be alive. And you may be wondering, well, how did she die? Died of what? Pancreatic cancer. Now that kills pretty much everybody. So Big Hannah is not immune to that. She's not going to be saved by that. If you got that, you get it. But at the end of the day, it's a TV character, folks. They've written it that way. But yeah, there's no obvious falling out, so no reason really to kill her off. Reason number 2, wasted potential. You're talking about Dexter's biggest love interest, clearly, after Rita. And considering that Rita died in season 4 and Hannah is the more recent one, it makes zero sense to kill her that way. You could have had a much bigger character kill her to cement themselves as a serious threat. Like Leon Prater, for example, right? Maybe she could have been going to these meetings. She's a killer herself, right? And maybe he could have killed her. To me, to not have her in the show in some capacity just feels weird and wasted. It's another big death you could do to affect Dexter directly. But no. Reason number 3, no body, no proof. And for me, when someone dies, right, and there's no body, then they're never really killed off. Now, there is some exceptions where the actor or actress would die in real life and then they do die off screen, and then that is different. But like I said here, the actress ain't dead, and there's no obvious falling out between her and the showrunner, so I don't understand why it wouldn't be shown on screen or something. Maybe they just wanted a fresh start. I get it, New Blood. It would have been a bit messy if Hannah came along there. But at the same time, she could have just stayed in Argentina. Harrison could have just went off to America. to do what he wants to do, and she can be like, well, I'm going to lay low here, because she needs to lay low at the end of the day. But yeah, no body, no proof at the end of the day. Reason number 4, only the word of child Harrison. Now, the timeline's fucked up. This guy was born in 2009 and Resurrection set in 2022, which puts this guy at 13, right? And how's he going to university? I don't fucking know. And he's sleeping around with women who are in university, right? So either they need to address that, or everyone that's sleeping with Harrison's a fucking nonce. But the fact of the matter is this: he was a child when it happened. Lines could very easily get blurred. Be different if it was like this current version of Harrison, but there's no actual pinpoint to when Hannah died, date, or any of that stuff. So yeah. And then the final reason: it's far too big of a death to happen off screen. Like I said, there is exceptions when the actress or actor dies in real life, and then they kind of have to do it. But like, no, I'm sorry, man. If you're going to kill Hannah, you have to do it on screen. Like, for her just to go out the way she did allegedly is very poor. But we didn't even get to see it on screen. So yeah, I don't think she's dead. I think they might just be waiting for a time to bring her back. When is that time? I don't know. But it could just be a case by the time this franchise is finally wrapped up, they just forget about her and she fades into it. It'll just be a what if. What if Hannah didn't die? What if she went to Iron Lake with Harrison? But anyway, guys, that's 5 reasons why Hannah ain't dead.